Hey, Goku,
Well,
slow
I
down.
said,
Hey, wait, I'm about to
I
record
said
this. Hold up.
Marvel.
Hold up. Me
I
and
said
Exility
use.
can judge. Real
I
quick.
said use the word Marvel from Marvel Comics
I'm pretty
and
sure
then say
Exility's
blue,
busy debating
the
Supreme.
color blue. I didn't say Marvel was blue, but yes, I scale Marvel Comics.
Okay, where do you scale Marvel Comics to, Sargober? I mean, Blue Marvel.
Um, I debate inverse. Not that I scale Marvel Comics. You asked me a question, I answered.
Okay, what about, well, since you do Blue Comics, how about DC? What about that?
Sure.
Bruh.
So where do you scale it to?
I would prefer to debate inverse. I don't scale the entirety of the verse.
You don't think that they have any, like, significant feats? I'm not comparing it to any other verses. I'm just asking you what you personally scale it to, like, in the verse. So we're not adding any other verses in, or not episode.
Sure. I can scale it. Marvel, I can scale it above fiction.
I asked for DC.
DC, yeah, I'm doing both. So as for
Oh,
DC,
both? Okay.
yeah, I can also scale that above fiction as well.
Scale it above fiction. Okay.
Yes.
Your reasoning for this is what?
I just said this isn't the topic. I prefer to debate inverse.
Yeah, but you're talking about the verse.
Yeah, I
Or
was
are you talking
obliged.
about, like, versus battles between characters inside the
Yes.
verse?
Yes, that's the only thing inverse refers to.
Not really. You're just talking
Um,
about the verse itself and nothing else.
I mean, that wouldn't be inverse. That would be verse versus verse or whatever. Right? Inverse
No,
is
no, no, no. It wouldn't
inside.
be cross verse because I said before we're not talking about any other verses. If you're talking about how the scaling, your personal scaling for Marvel or DC adds up, then we'd just be talking about that. We wouldn't be talking about, like, any other verse like Fortnite or any of that shit.
No, I
What are
didn't
y'all
say
even
cross
talking
verse.
about?
I'm saying verse versus verse, as in it would be referring to DC Comics, as in the universe of Prime Earth versus I don't know Earth 105, right? That would be verse versus verse, and I'm saying I'm only debating inverse, not the actual scaling of the verse.
Are you talking
That's
about
there's no
in
point in
the?
scaling that.
Well, that still would be inverse unless you're implying a distinction between the universes within DC's cosmological structure. Then that'd be a whole total different thing. That's why I said, like, are you referring to, like, the fictional universe in itself, or are you just referring to a specific universe within the construct? Like,
I mean, yeah, the example that I gave about DC Universe having multiple universes, as in a multiverse, then yeah, but obviously that's not the point I was actually making. You just stated on the example that I used, but yeah, I'll just
I
simplify
can
it.
only
Yeah,
go off of what
character
you say.
versus character. I'm saying character versus character. I'll just simplify it.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you do anything else besides inverse comics?
Yes, I'll debate Star Wars live action.
What about it? Like,
We can
inverse for
discuss who
that
the
too?
best. Yes.
Okay.
Bro's really an inverse type of guy.
I was going to say, is there anything you
Yeah,
do
essentially.
besides inverse?
Are you referring to like crossverse slash in real
No,
life?
I mean,
I don't know.
it doesn't even have to be that. Here, let me think of something. Uh, have you ever played? Well, have you ever played Zelda before?
No.
Have you ever played Mario before?
Sure.
Ugh.
Would you feel doing any? Would you feel comfortable doing any topics like related to that?
Debating on Mario?
Sure, why not?
That's like
Mario?
what the fuck? No.
Mamma
So
mia.
what? So how about this to simplify? I debate
Uncle Labro,
anime. I
retro games
debate
are
Marvel.
ass.
Wait,
I debate
Let me
comics.
listen to
As
him.
in,
Let me listen to what he said.
yeah,
Sorry.
I debate anime. I debate comics. I debate live action, etc. But
Anime,
Mario,
okay.
video games,
Have you ever seen Dragon Ball before?
Dragon Ball. Yes, I debate Dragon Ball Super.
Vegeta does them
Um,
better.
do inverse for Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
Okay, would you be comfortable doing a topic on that?
Sure.
Okay, you wanna do Tien versus Yamcha?
Um.
Buu Saga.
No, what the characters are shitty. We could do Broly versus
What?
Jiren. Who do you have on that? Like out
That's
of all
not
the
Dragon Ball
characters,
Z.
I said Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, but I asked you a question about Dragon Ball Z's scaling, like inverse. You said you did that, so like Blue Saga Tien versus Yamcha, I think would be pretty fair.
Your first question was whether or not I debate Dragon Ball, and I said yes, Dragon Ball Super.
Well, I
You
said, have you
specified
seen?
Z.
I said, have you seen Dragon Ball? Not do you debate it. I asked you the debate question specifically about inverse Dragon Ball Z.
Same difference. You asked me about Dragon Ball, and I specified Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, you said you debated Dragon Ball Super. Then I asked you a
Yes.
question about debating Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but if I specify Super and you obviously
Bro,
detract from
it
that,
doesn't matter.
let me
Do-
just say
Would
something
you
real
do
quick.
the Dragon Ball Z as well? Yes or no?
no,
Well, you
I'm
guys
saying
were saying
Wait,
Oh,
only
so you
Super.
wouldn't
Okay,
do Z?
okay, Clorox
Okay.
is saying only
So
Super.
okay, so only Super. Okay, so we can do
Nah, you always say
How do you feel about using
you have a voice model, and it's hard to hear you.
who, me?
But,
I don't have a voice
no,
model.
no, not you.
Nah, suck it to me because I have the voice changer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Would you
Go
feel
ahead.
comfortable since you do Super? Maybe you feel more comfortable doing maybe. Let me think.
I mean, I just asked you, who do you have on? Broly
Maybe
versus Jiren?
Goku, manga Goku versus manga Gohan.
Peak forms.
I'd assume so.
I have Gohan.
So do I. Shit.
Okay.
Let me think.
So who
How
do you have on
about-
Broly versus? Who do you have on Broly versus Jiren?
Depends on
That's
which
nice.
one you're talking about.
The movie Broly versus Jiren, Tournament of Power.
Tournament of Power, Jiren?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I got Broly. Let me think. What else can I say? What about Goku versus Vegeta and the Garlic Jr. Right? I mean, not Garlic Jr. Fucking Granola art.
I have Goku.
Okay, I got Vegeta.
Okay, can you
Darn it.
explain why Vegeta gets past MUI?
I mean, you initially answered, so like I'd assume that you go ahead and give your reasoning. I guess the question would be.
I'm asking. Well, I just asked first, so I don't know what you're referring to.
Well, you answered first on my question. I think the question I'd probably ask you first is more so, what credence do you have to support that Goku is stronger than Vegeta, or at least able to beat Vegeta in his form? Well, at the
I
strongest.
mean, I just asked you that, but sure. I believe that according to feats, we know that Vegeta and his abilities is based on taking damage. Goku's abilities is basically avoiding damage. I don't believe that Vegeta has a necessary speed to land attacks on Goku, considering that other opponents that either scales relative to them have either struggled to land attacks on Goku or outright just missed because he was faster than them or has enough dodging capabilities to the point where their speed is irrelevant. So I would just simply say that he uses Hakai while dodging everything he has.
I don't think that is necessarily usable. I guess. Well, not the Hakai thing. First of all, I'll
Okay.
talk about that first, since we know Vegeta is more well versed in using destruction energy in comparison to somebody like Goku, who emits inferiority to someone like Beerus, who directly trains Vegeta in that art. And as far as forms go, I do believe that Vegeta's like ultra ego form as a concept is overall better, because we know even though Goku's MUI form, like at least in concept, is supposed to apply gracefulness to combat to the point where you don't even have to think to avoid things like attacks and punches. But we see that even he is susceptible to damage by characters with speed, like Granola, who in base form, with the eye patch still on, is able to catch him in that form, if I remember. Like, kind of just blitzes him with a gun. And then Vegeta, um, him taking damage isn't the only thing his form does. I think you omitted the fact that he fought a stronger version of Granola than the one that blitzed MUI Goku, and from him taking damage, got stronger and stronger in power to the point where he was able to actually be faster than Granola, the same one who was faster than Goku. So saying that he has no speed, at least relevant to being able to land significant damage on Goku, I believe to be incorrect. Also, there's the fact that MUI Goku isn't really that comparable, or they're at least implied to be relative in strength with their forms. But we know that Vegeta's Ultra Ego form also makes him not only faster, but more powerful when he takes damage from other opponents. So that would be an integral component when talking about like a versus battle between the two.
Okay, so you shotgun me pretty much a lot. So I'm gonna address
What?
that
I
one
just
by one.
addressed every point you made. I addressed. That's not a shotgun.
Let him speak.
It is a shotgun because you made multiple points, and obviously, multiple points is a shotgun by definition. So all I'm saying, okay. So
Go ahead.
for one, um, we know that it doesn't matter that Vegeta is training with her destruction energy. We know that he doesn't have an attack like Hakai that would be comparable to Goku. Secondly, there's no relevance of that. We don't see him destroying anything to the point where it would now prove superiority over Goku's Hakai. So we're talking about him using,
Wait, say that one more time. I need you to repeat that.
Hold on, let me lean up. I'm saying that it's irrelevant on how he's training when we know that Goku can still use Hakai, which is the entire point I'm trying to prove, right? And so I don't see Goku using Hakai and then Vegeta just basically countering it or whatever, anything like that, right? So I don't see the relevance of who trains more, who has more knowledge of destructive energy. That's completely irrelevant to what I'm trying to say. Just to address what you said after
Is
that.
it not? Okay.
So just to address what you said after that. So number one, Vegeta, you didn't really understand my point. I was only saying that Vegeta and his entire Ultra Ego form is literally based on taking damage. So he would have to get hit in his head, get hit multiple times in order to get faster, to get stronger, right? And so if he has to resort to
If he's
taking
weaker,
damage,
then yeah.
Hold on. If he has to resort to taking damage, one of those capabilities that Goku is capable of doing is using Hakai. And so if you're arguing in base, I mean, by all means, when we saw Vegeta first activate his form without him taking damage, he was immediately getting destroyed by Granola. And so until he started taking the damage and eventually getting that power, he clearly was not able to compete with Granola. And for Goku, Goku had to be literally off guarded in order for him to actually eventually touch him. So you spoke on omitting details. Well, that's an important detail on why Granola ended up beating Goku. It wasn't because he's somehow now capable of transcending Ultra Ego, not Ultra Ego, Master of Ultra Instinct, right? And so I don't believe that's any real reasoning to put Vegeta over Goku when we know that Goku wasn't really paying attention and was distracted. The first time he actually got damage was when Granola was splitting himself apart. And so Goku was sensing him in this direction. And when he decided to look around because he sensed Granola again, and then he turned around, that's when Granola decided to strike at him off guard. And so that's defeating Goku, not that he was somehow blitzing him when we clearly saw the fight right after that as well. And Goku was clearly showing that he can still compete at the level of Granola, if not superiorly, right? And so none of that actually ends up proving the point of Vegeta being above Goku, because again, there's context, and that context is the important part that you decided to leave out. And again, if we know that Vegeta resorts to taking damage, what's stopping Goku from using Hakai in order for him to just simply win the match that way? Or unless you're saying that you have evidence of immediately Ultra Ego activating the form and is immediately above Goku. Unless that's what you're saying, I don't even see the point of bringing up whether or not he has to take damage. That's the entire point I'm trying to make. And so I don't think you really attacked anything I was saying, or even if you attacked it, I don't think you properly addressed it in a way where it debunks what I'm trying to say. So that's pretty much it, though.
I think you kind of missed the entire point. What I'm saying is that later on in the fight against Granola and the gas crew, Goku and Vegeta, at least illustratively, were implied to be a relative somewhat to each other, because they kind of fight on equal ends against gas and kind of end up having the same results. I think I need to address this initially, though. Addressing all the points that you made is not a shotgun. A shotgun, by definition, also is not just making multiple points. It's making a multitude of points for the sole purpose of enamoring you with arguments so you won't be able to respond to one of them. That's not what I'm doing. All I'm doing is making responses to every single argument that you made initially. Unless you want to, concede to the fact that you would be also committing a shotgun by that definition. But no, that's obviously not what happened. Also, saying like Vegeta, like not train, like Vegeta's training experience with destructive energy is like irrelevant towards how he would able to be fair against a technique like Hakai is also kind of stupid, considering that Topo is a character that exists, that also fought Vegeta, that also uses destructive energy and is training, if I remember, to be the next god of destruction. In the Tournament of Power, we see him cast on this energy, he's able to control it somewhat to some degree. So if we know people who are at least training to be gods of destruction, or is training around destructive energy, can manipulate this energy if they're significantly powerful enough to the point that they don't automatically erase from existence when coming into contact with it by at least deities who don't control it, like Zamasu, then we can presume off of that fact that Vegeta would be able to do something had Goku used Hakai, because that's kind of what your entire argument relied on. I don't want to say relied on, but it kind of did, because you were bringing out the possibility that he could use it. Forgetting the fact that Dragon Ball characters, when significantly powerful enough, can negate the effects of Hakai entirely. Like when Frieza uses the Hakai from that one God of Destruction against Goku, and Goku just overpowers it. There's narrative significance that tells you the opposite of what you're arguing. Also, Vegeta was not initially destroyed by Granola when he first transformed into Ultra Ego, contrary to what you're saying. Vegeta literally let Granola hit him one time in the stomach and then just started wailing on him until Granola got significantly more powerful as well. That's what happened. And Goku sensing Granola in his fight means that he's not off guard. I don't know where you got that from. Goku was off guard when they were initially searching for Granola and Granola was sniping them. I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But besides that, there's no other instance in which Granola... Say what?
Wait, my lacking.
What's going on?
Oh,
wait, can any of you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so if you're talking about the scene where Goku and Vegeta are both looking for Granola and Goku gets fucking sniped by Granola, that was kind of the only time he was quote unquote caught off guard. During their fight, Goku was just outsped by Granola, the same Granola that Vegeta goes on to outspeed, further solidifying the fact that what I was arguing earlier is true, that Vegeta kind of is just shown to grow stronger, and it's never shown that Vegeta gets any weaker when he powers down from Ultra Ego. Like, he doesn't, like, all the strength that he got doesn't get nerfed during that time. So arguing that he's relative to Goku in any capacity is kind of enough to assert that the weight of Vegeta winning via Ultra Ego, even as a transformation alone, is more suitable for credence than your argument. Do you want to conclude?
You're lagging.
Wait, am I lagging for anybody else?
No, that's just that, nigga.
No.
Wi-Fi ass. Go get that
Okay,
shit
okay. Ask him. Tell him I said it. Does he want to conclude?
Devin.
Wait,
Devin.
Devin, you trying to conclude?
No. You're not lagging either. Both of y'all not lagging. I don't know why y'all.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Why you lagging?
Devin, you trying to conclude?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Oh my god. These
Oh,
niggas
both
need
of
to
us
stop
are lagging.
fucking spamming.
Yeah, tell him I asked him if he wants to conclude, because I won't be saying
said-
anything else anymore.
Okay, y'all both just rejoin VC, bro. So y'all can just hear each other, bro. Because at this point.
No, I'm gonna respond to what you said first, and then after I respond, you can conclude
Okay.
that way. But you can't just completely strong man.
You're. Wait, can anybody hear me?
I'm gonna send the definition.
Based on what I'm
of
getting-
shotgun.
Can I? Wait. Kel.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Ask him if
I've
he can
been
hear me.
hold you.
Yeah,
I'm
I can
saying,
hear.
ask him if he. Okay, you can hear me now.
Okay,
Do you
okay.
want to conclude?
No, I'm saying that I'm going to respond to what you said, and after I respond, then sure we can conclude.
Well, I was responding to
Yeah,
what
so
you
let me
said.
just send
We
a
can't keep
definition.
doing this forever. Both of us had two turns to argue. In a collegiate debate, we would end this here, right? Both parties
no.
gave
You can't
two
have the
rounds
last
of
word. That's not how
argumentation.
that works. Like if I gave you
I'm the one who had to I'm the one who had to
I
respond to
gave
your
you-
arguments. I have to have the last word. What are you talking about?
No, just because I went first doesn't mean that you. I don't got a written rule. It's never would work.
So
And
you,
second, shotgun
you're.
and women,
Wait,
because,
you
like,
said
if
that's
the
never
second
how
one
it
you wanted-
works.
You just wanted me to first, so you ended up being disingenuous. Wait,
I'm not being disingenuous. You're arguing for the specific
right?
purpose
But
of
hold
having
on,
the
let me
last
just
word.
respond.
That's disingenuous.
Hold on, let me finish. Let me just what you said. So we know. So of shotgun, right? And then just to read it off while it's ending, it says the shotgun argumentation fallacy is an example of a fallacy of relevance as it attempts to link unrelated points to support a conclusion. It is an example of a fallacy ambiguity, right? And it attempts to basically confuse the listener or reason. What I'm saying is, it's
Right.
not your
So it's exactly what I said.
job. It's not your judgment. Hold on. What I'm saying is, it's not your judgment to determine whether or not your opponent will get confused, right? So just because I'm the
You're
one
right.
pointing out the fallacy doesn't mean that I'm not committing the fallacy, but I'm the one that pointed it out to call you out for it, right? So that's not saying
Right, but
too
that's
wrong.
but you're
in the way
misunderstanding what it actually means. It's for the purpose of the person using it to do that.
Right after
You
I'm
can
in-
still be confused.
right? But that's what I'm saying about.
Well,
Wait,
since
but
we're
what
not
are you
taking
doing?
turns
Why are you trying to
anymore,
cut me
I
off?
guess there's no reason
what's the
for
point of trying to cut me off
I'm
if
not
I can't
cutting you
continue?
off. I'm responding to your point to
Right,
avoid
and so
shotgunning,
What
quote
I'm saying
unquote.
is, if
right?
you just look at the definition,
It says exactly
still-
what I said.
on whether or not it. Okay, like I didn't say get it correct yourself, right? I didn't say anything about being wrong. What I'm saying is, it's still a shotgun fallacy. I'm
So
saying
what's
we both
what's
committed
the
to
relevance?
that, but only of us pointed, but only one of us. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm about to just mute you. Like you didn't. Right? I'm
responding to your points.
Purpose, and I'm gonna mute you.
I understand. I understand.
Okay,
I
that's fine.
look. I completely
So
understand.
I just mute you. So whatever you're saying right now, I don't really. Anyway, like I was saying though, I said that they can both create and vicious. Only one of us actually
Well, he just
pointed
conceded.
the fallacious argument out, right?
Yo,
And
Kel, how you doing?
I'm thinking is you out for the shotgun,
How you doing,
not
bro?
shotgunning,
I'm tracking.
right? There's the difference. And just respond to what you said. I can send this here. Goku's right. We clearly, and I'm pretty sure we know the reference because you spoke on it. The exact moment, and
Yeah, you were talking about Goku sensing granola,
granola was
meaning he wasn't off guard. Dumbass.
Goku had to lock on location behind him, and so he looked behind him, and while he was clearly looking in this direction, Granola decided to attack him.
Outsped him
catching
because
him
Granola is
off guard.
faster than Goku.
Yes, that is not a thing to put Vegeta
Because
over.
Granola is
And
faster
that's
than
not
Goku.
a reason as to why Vegeta. So just because I'm off guard, that does not prove your point. And so what I'm saying is, if you have the point, would be proving that Granola is absolutely beating Goku for that to actually be valid. What it's saying, not that this guy gets again. I'm not saying that because he just could be argued, but I'm saying that we clearly see him purposely taking attacks, right? What I'm saying is, if that's how he fights, which is basically needing to take attacks, the same way he would do so against Nola is the same thing he would do against Goku. The only difference is that Goku can one-shot him with the Hakai. As for your headcanon saying
One shot.
oh, this and well, what you were saying about not being able to kill the destructive energy, right? We see that when Champa fights his brother,
I didn't
Beerus,
say that.
it was both about that universe with using destructive energy. We see multiple gods, all destructive energy.
Yo, Kel, this thing's retarded.
Capable of death. Because you have destructive energy doesn't give you some sort of, I don't know
I'm just
what you're trying to argue,
shit,
a
man.
resistance.
He
Right?
missed
Are you
the
trying to
entire
imply that you're
argument.
getting a resistance being correlated works based on of them are about destruction. The destruction for the other. They were all about to damage each other and kill each other. Therefore, Goku having Hakai could not kill Vegeta because Vegeta knows a little bit. We know that they both are very knowledgeable.
Knows a little bit.
Or addresses.
Even though Goku says he's not in the manga.
And I think you even addressed what I was saying. And so the definition of shotgun is also sent. So if you're gonna look that up as well, that's all. But yeah, if you want to, and I don't even know who would we even conclude to. There's no judge for us to even have a conclusion for. But yeah, if you wanted to like end it right now, we can.
Wait, stop, wait.
Other than that, I don't understand what you're
Blue Marvel,
saying.
Blue Marvel. I appreciate. Wait, did he unmute me?
How about that? He
Yo.
can hear you. He
No,
can
you're
hear
lagging.
you because later on you were over talking and he was responding to you. So meaning that he
You're
could hurt you.
lagging.
You're the one lagging.
Yeah, he's right. You're lagging.
Yeah. This nigga said I'm lagging. He's the
Am I-
one lagging, so he hears other people lag.
You're the only one
Okay.
lagging. Everybody here is speaking perfectly fine.
Can I say something?
Sure.
No, Kel, you cannot.
Alright, Blackie. Anyway, like I was trying to say, hey yo, Blue Marvel, if you want, like, I can give my verdict,
Ooh.
Sishio can give his verdict, I'll give you direct, you can send it to anybody, we can post it on YouTube if you want.
Let's
Hello?
conclude
Your
first.
Am I?
Okay, yeah, let's conclude first.
Hello? Am I
Here,
Lou? Hello?
since
Hello?
Can you hear me?
we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So yeah, now that did you hear my arguments?
Oh, I
Yes,
heard you. I
that's
heard
fair.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, I
So
definitely
yeah,
heard you.
if you
Especially
wanna end
the first two
if you
parts
wanna
where you
end
just
the
repeated
discussion
yourself
now,
to
that's
get the
fine.
last word. Oh, now we
Not
can end it. Now that you had 3
really,
rounds and I had 2. That's totally not disingenuous. Anyways, we can
Okay, where's
conclude
that
now. That's
written,
fine.
though? I mean, you're the one begging
Where-
for conclusions.
where's what
If you want
written?
to respond, you can. I never said you couldn't
I didn't
respond.
beg for
You're the one that's trying
conclusions.
to end it.
We had an equal amount. We had an equal amount of rounds to talk with each other, and you just went circular. So that even like further justifies credence to
Oh?
be concluding in the first place.
What does that have to do with whether or not it's a written rule? That's not a thing that someone just says.
I never said
Right.
it was a written rule. I
So
said it's
that's why
fair.
you wanted me to go. Okay, it's not about being. It doesn't matter if it's fair. Like it can be subjective, right?
Oh, okay.
Obviously,
It
that's not what
doesn't
fair
matter
is.
if it's fair. Oh, no. It doesn't matter if it's fair, according to you. Okay.
I mean, I
That's
gave
all I need.
context, but if you want to ignore
Anyways.
the context, that's fine.
Oh, no, the context doesn't justify the end. It doesn't matter.
I
Anyways,
didn't say it
we can
does,
conclude.
but you can't ignore context.
You didn't say it was? You didn't say it was? So you didn't. You never argued it was.
I'm saying the context doesn't have to.
This is the
justify the end.
genius blue Marvel, everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna just keep cutting me off and then nitpicking what I'm saying, trying to strawman me, then.
Oh well, we can take turns whenever we want, right? It's totally not unfair or disingenuous. So I'm gonna keep talking like this.
It's disingenuous for you to not mention.
It's
the reason
disingenuous
why-
for me, but not
Okay,
you.
and he's
We
cutting me
understand.
off.
It's
No, what I'm
disingenuous for
saying
me,
is-
but not you.
Hold on, don't make a claim and not want me to respond. Like, don't do that then.
No,
right? Don't
because
respond.
you lost
So
all
what-
respect
but what I'm
already
saying
because
is-
you said that the
hold
same
on,
thing
though.
you
What I'm
did
saying is-
and called me out for
hold on,
shotgunning for
hold on,
responding
hold
to
on.
all
What
the
I'm
points you
saying is-
made.
What I'm saying is, I either mute you and say it regardless, or you keep cutting me off.
Because
and
you're a
then make it
narcissist.
so that because I want to have my words stated so I can respond in a civil
You can
debate.
respond. That's fine. But
can
if
I
you
respond if you're
interrupt and
over-talking
say
me?
you're not taking turns, right? If you don't want to
never-
take turns and say this disingenuous to not take turns, then you can't like contradict
Bro, is this
yourself
nigga-
like that.
this
What the
nigga
fuck is that?
clearly- He clearly retarded.
You're spiraling.
About taking turns. I never complained about taking turns. I said
Yes,
that
you did, because when I asked you to
said
conclude and I said we've each spoken twice, that's
Like I said
fair.
before,
You said
I'm
no,
gonna end up
don't do that.
blocking you
I get to
and
be the
then
last word.
muting
I
you,
don't
and then
care
I'll
if it's
just
fair.
end
And
up
now you're
ignoring
whining
you,
because
right?
you're saying that
So
it's
like I
not
was saying,
fair.
though,
Make it up, Blue
what I
Marvel.
said
Like choose a
unfair
side.
Was the idea that you
Make up your mind.
specifically never mentioned the fact that if I
Blue
went
Marvel,
first,
please make up your
you would
mind.
have the last
Please
word,
make up your mind,
right?
Blue Marvel.
And so, since you didn't make that clear,
Please make up
I
your mind, Blue
now
Marvel.
think that if
You made multiple
was
points
clear
that I
at the
responded
beginning
to
of it,
and
it
said
would
that
be
was a
pretty
shotgun.
obvious of
Are you fucking
for you to
serious
be
right
like,
now?
if
You're
you
spiraling.
who made this argument, then
Damar,
why
get
wouldn't
your
I
mans.
obviously take that as a
Damar, please
Can
get your
y'all just
mans.
go ahead and
That's what
conclude,
I
bro?
actually
Can y'all just go ahead and conclude? I ain't gonna do
Yeah,
like
go
that.
ahead.
He will
Go
whoop your
ahead.
ass.
Go
Don't do that. He will whoop your ass.
Like,
Hey,
if
bro,
this
come
was
on,
an
come on.
he
actual
whooped,
debate,
bro. He was.
look, I would have been cracked this nigga. Like what? And then he
Jamal, what did you
purposely
say?
tried to overtalk me as if he was making a point.
Anyways,
Like,
who
that's
was the
just
judge?
being
Who was the
Anyways.
judge doing this debate?
nigga doesn't even know what I was saying is disingenuous.
Who was the
Overtalking someone
judge
is
doing this
disingenuous.
debate, bro?
Not bringing.
He's spiraling, so I'm gonna turn him down. Anyways, yo, Damar, get your mans. Yo, ask him if he wants a judge
I
or
mean,
something.
what picture, man? Because, well, I mean, Devin, low key. I mean, he low key was bullying you the whole time. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Who's saying that?
Yo,
Devin was low key bullying you the
Lamar
whole
did.
time, bro.
yo, ask him to conclude.
Why is this nigga Demar saying
I mean, like,
proper
I can't really do
bullshit?
nothing
The
about that. He
fuck?
low-key
This
bullying you
nigga
the whole
Devon
time,
just
though,
lost
like, I ain't gonna
badly.
lie to you.
You're
Like,
tripping badly,
also,
bro.
why is he lying?
This was
about-
literally the easiest debate of my life. Yo,
You know you was getting bullied. Hold on, you know you were getting bullied because no one but the same fanboys who be around you all the time and say you always wanted.
Damar, you ride Supreme. You rode Supreme for 6 years.
I mean,
what are you
I
talking
don't
about?
care.
He did not run.
Yeah. I can give a reason. I can give a valid reason on why Devin won. Now I challenge anyone.
I don't
challenge
care.
any motherfucker
Yo,
here
ask him
that you
to
wanna give a valid
conclude.
reason on why you won.
Ask him to conclude, Damar. Ask him to conclude.
Yeah, but I can give a valid reason on why I think Devin
I
won.
don't care if you
Motherfucker, you should give
can,
a valid
Damar.
reason
I
why-
don't
on why-
care
on
if you
why-
just
can.
ask him
Ask
to
him to
conclude.
conclude.
You to give a valid reason on why you won.
Nobody cares.
Oh my god. Devin,
Yeah, I think we should
or Blue Marvel,
judge the debate now.
or whatever you want to be called.
Yeah, Devin.
No conclusions? No conclusions? Okay.
Conclude for who?
Gotcha.
There is no judge.
Nigga,
For the
just
recording.
conclude for the recording, nigga. You can send the recording to any judge of your
Bro,
choice.
Bro, is this nigga retarded? There's no if